Okay, so if you've ever tried to get a role-playing game going, you know the hardest part, right? It's just getting everybody in the same room at the same time. Virtual tabletops, or VTTs, they solve that problem, but they kind of create a new one. With so many choices out there, how in the world do you pick the right one? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break it all down.
So, which VTT is the one for you? The simple and maybe frustrating answer is, it really depends on what you need it to do. Are you a minimalist GM who just needs a map and a few tokens to move around? Or are you a power user who wants to automate every single dice roll and status effect? The perfect VTT for you is out there, and we're going to help you find it. And this choice matters now more than ever. Check out this quote from the gamer. Online play isn't just a plan B anymore. For a ton of people, it's how they play, period. And that shift has basically supercharged the development of these platforms. What used to be a little niche market is now this incredibly dynamic and competitive space.
So yeah, you solve the problem of getting your group together, but then you're faced with this digital dilemma. Suddenly you're staring at this huge wall of tools, and they all have their own philosophy, their own features, their own price tags. It can be completely overwhelming. And honestly, picking the wrong one can lead to a lot of wasted time and frustration.
So, to cut through all that noise, let's just reframe the question. This isn't about finding the single best VTT. It's about finding the best tool for the specific job you need it to do. Think of it like a workshop, right? You wouldn't use a sledgehammer to hang a picture frame. The same exact logic applies here.
Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to focus on 3 of the major players that really represent the different philosophies in the VTT world today. Each one offers a very, very different answer to the question of what a virtual tabletop should even be.
First up, you've got Roll20. This is the old guard, the veteran. It's been around forever, and it's often the very first VTT people try out. Its biggest selling points, accessibility. It just runs in your browser, no install needed, and it's absolutely massive support for pretty much any game you can think of. Seriously, if a game exists, there's a good chance a character sheet for it is already on Roll20.
Next up is Foundry VTT, which is the customizer's absolute dream. Now, this one's a one-time purchase, self-hosted application. What does that mean? Well, it means you buy it once, you own it forever, and you have total control over everything. It's built for really deep automation and has this incredible community creating thousands of modules to let you tweak every single aspect of your game. And finally, there's Owlbear Rodeo. Look, if Foundry is a complex, sprawling workshop with every tool imaginable, Owlbear Rodeo is an elegant, perfectly designed screwdriver. It's free, it's browser-based, and it is ridiculously simple to use. It focuses on doing one job, and doing it exceptionally well, getting a map and some tokens on a screen for you and your friends as fast as humanly possible.
All right, now for the first big question that's on everyone's mind. What's this all going to cost me? The payment models here are as different as the platforms themselves, and this is a really crucial first decision point for a lot of people.
So on one hand, you have Roll20, which runs on its subscription model. You can get started for free, which is fantastic, but the really cool stuff like dynamic lighting, that's going to require a monthly fee. Foundry, on the other hand, is a single $50 purchase. The GM buys it, and the players can all connect for free. It's that classic subscription versus ownership debate. And then you've got Owlbear Rodeo, which just elegantly sidesteps the whole issue. It's completely free, no subscriptions, no one-time fee. You don't even need an account to get started. You literally just go to the website, and you are ready to play. For a lot of folks, that simplicity is its most powerful feature.
Now, what's really interesting is how these costs play out over time. If you know you're going to want those premium features, Roll20's subscription starts to add up. After just a year, you've probably spent more than the one-time cost of Foundry. And you stretch that out over 3 years, well, you can see the difference becomes pretty significant. It makes Foundry a much more cost-effective choice for long-term power users. Okay, so beyond the price tag, the next big question is all about the experience itself. And this is where we see that core trade-off in the VTT world. Are you looking for a powerful, feature-rich platform that can do everything imaginable? Or do you want a simple, streamlined tool that does one thing absolutely perfectly?
Foundry is all about maximum power. Just look at the stuff planned for its next big release. Pop-out windows for multi-monitor setups, scene levels for complex multi-floor maps, and new active effects for incredibly deep automation. This is a tool for people who love to tinker and want granular control over everything. But it comes with a much, much steeper learning curve. And on the complete other end of the spectrum, you have Owlbear Rodeo. Its recent updates aren't about adding complex new systems. Nope. They're about making the core experience even faster and more intuitive. Things like a combined asset manager or a quick selection brush for Fog of War. It's all designed to reduce clicks and get you back to the actual game. Speed and ease of use are king here.
And sitting right there in the middle, you've got Roll20. It's constantly evolving, really trying to bridge that gap between simplicity and power. Recent and upcoming features like a homebrew builder, inline character sheet editing, a foreground layer for things like trees, they're adding some serious power to what is still a very accessible, browser-based foundation. They're trying to be approachable for newbies while still offering depth for veterans.
Okay, we've talked cost, we've talked features, and we've met the main contenders. So now it is time to put it all together and help you find your perfect match.
And this table just lays it all out, plain and simple. You can see the trade-offs at a single glance. You want the highest ease of use? That's Owlbear Rodeo, but it comes with the lowest customization. You want the most customization possible? That's Foundry, but it has that steep learning curve. And Roll20? Well, it sits right in the middle on most of these, but with that huge advantage of having the most extensive built-in game support.
So here's the bottom line. Match the tool to your needs. If you're just starting out, or you play a ton of different game systems, or you just want a really solid free option, start with Roll20. If you're a tech-savvy GM who loves to build and automate the absolute perfect setup, and you're in it for the long haul, Foundry VT is a fantastic investment. And if you believe the best tool is the one that just gets out of your way, and all you want is a digital map and tokens with zero fuss, you just can't beat the beautiful simplicity of Owlbear Rodeo.
And that's our breakdown. But you know, this whole landscape never sits still. Roll20 is adding features, Foundry is getting more powerful, Owlbear Rodeo is getting even slicker. This constant evolution is amazing for us players. But it does leave us with one final thought to chew on. What's next? What's the killer feature or design idea that's going to shape how we all play online in the years to come?